What are we calling this again?
Life
magic.
MagiK Life.
MagiK Life. Hi, welcome to MagiK Life.
Yeah, this is why I keep notes here. Hi everyone, it's Tamara and
Kristin.
We're super excited because we are doing our very first video chat. It's going to be something of a new series called MagiK Life. The reason why we decided to get together and do this for you guys is because we've noticed that every time we have one of our awesome conversations, there's so much energy and so many downloads and wonderful things that come up, and we thought, hey, let's share it with everyone else as well, and let's just make sure that everyone is on board with whatever's going on astrologically. Everyone is living their best, highest life, and just to kind of get together and chat a little bit. So we are getting ready for our week one.
So I just have to say too, her and I am finance background and technology and logical and informational. So one of the things that hopefully comes out of this is that we come from we believe in the same things, but we come from very different perspectives. So I've had this really tough journey where I've had to dig deep to try to figure out how to go from a place of being really depressed and struggling with life to happiness. And so I am a big geek who loves information, so I've dug deep and I've tried different things, and for me it's about sharing all the things, all the hard work that I've put in to find some beautiful things and share it with you. Just share what I found, and hopefully you will also benefit from it as I have.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree. I think we both have different backgrounds, but when we come together, that energy just molds really well together. So I think it's going to be a very interesting video series. So buckle up, everyone. Also,
and a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, and full disclaimer, we decided to do this as a fun, casual sit down. We are not rehearsing anything. We're not reading from a script. We want you guys to see us in our natural, goofy, silly, human selves. And I think you guys will all relate that sometimes it's tough to share personal views, but we just love you all. We love our community. We love our clients. We love the people that are in our journey. So we just want to come to you guys just being very real, very us, right? So with that said, we are kicking off the very first video because there's a really cool event coming up, a cosmic event. So many of you may have already heard that we are about to enter Lion's Gate. Well, technically we are already experiencing Lion's Gate, which is a cosmic event that happens every single year around August 8th. That is when the sun enters the Lion zodiac sign. And at the same time, Sirius, the star Sirius, is aligning with Earth and Orion's belt. So there is some really, really cool things coming up. There's a lot of cosmic energy associated with this. You will be able to see the star Sirius shine brighter than ever. I believe it's 27 times brighter than usual. And because of that, some very cool manifestation portals are opening. So we thought, hey, let's use this as our first topic, and let's talk about one of our all-time favorite topics, which is manifestation, right? I mean, I love talking about it. So I think that you're excited as well because
yeah. And so what's your definition of manifestation? Because I think it's a really highly used word, and I think everybody has a little different.
I love that. You're right. There is a lot of talk about manifestation. So for me, the word manifestation puts the power back in your lap. I have control to co-create my reality, and no one else can define how my life is going to be, how abundant I'm going to be, what I'm calling in, and it is actually a really fun process. At least for me, when I really let go of all my blocks and I manifest, it's actually really fun to come to realize that you are a creator. You have creator's energy inside of you. So I look at it as in whatever I think of, whatever I speak of, whatever I am led by my heart to call in, I can actually make it happen. That's what it means to me.
Beautiful. Love it.
What about you?
Love it. So me, I think of manifestation as going from a point of just working hard, task to try to accomplish a goal to just attracting in anything that really I want to bring into my life. So like I'm actually feeling like I'm kind of pulled towards it, it's pulled towards me. It just happens without all that, like it's just a joyous journey, and it just feels like it's natural and just kind of appears just by feeling good about it.
Yeah.
And it's just a beautiful thing, and such a more positive journey than that journey of
Struggle.
like I thought life was that accomplish task A, B, and C, and you will get to your goal, which we all know. You plan, the universe laughs. That's
Right.
my favorite one of my favorite sayings. Like
Yeah.
you plan, the universe laughs.
I agree, and I love what you said about the fun and the simple. I think a lot of people tend to overcomplicate manifestation. And when I say a lot of people, I'd like to just point out that I'm always one of those people that at one point or another has made things way too complicated for herself, right? Like we're all guilty of that. But like really, when you sit down and think about it, manifestation is not even supposed to be that hard, because it's all about mindset and understanding how the laws of the universe and energy and
emotion.
Yes, how all that works. So, sometimes I meet people, they're like, well, I have to make this ritual, I have to light this candle, I have to in order to manifest. And I always say, if you're called to make a ritual, light a candle, and it makes you feel good and in tune with that manifestation process, sure, go ahead. But there is no prerequisites. There are no requirements that you have to do a certain ritual or a certain vision board or writing things a million times to make it happen. If that feels aligned with you, great. Sorry, I just realized I'm like halfway out of frames. I don't know, little by little,
Scoot closer.
Yeah, I'm scooting out of frame for whatever reason. So, it's easy, and that's what we want to talk about. How easy it can be. We just have to clear some of the limiting beliefs around it and making room for it. So, should we go ahead and start?
And it can be anything. Like a lot of people think of manifesting money. It's not just money.
No.
It's relationships, money, health, really just joy, really anything that your heart desires.
Yeah.
And I do see it's like a really big, like your heart is a huge part of this. That is one of the things that I've come to learn.
Yeah. I feel like manifestation should really come from the heart more than the mind, because when the mind gets in the way.
Well, if they can be in alignment, that's when you're really great, right?
Right. So it's also about balance, I guess, right? And yeah, it can definitely be about anything. So I always say abundance, because to me abundance means a lot more than money.
Yes.
And just finances and anything that has got to do with that money energy. So when we say manifesting abundance, we're talking abundance in life, abundance of great relationships that light up your life, abundance of money, love, health, being so abundant in your health that you feel good, you look your greatest. There's so much beauty in life that is just not contained in money. Money is just a tool, we say, a vehicle to make all the joyous moments happen in our lives.
It's not good or bad. It's
Right.
just a tool.
Right. It's just energy, and you get to assign, what value you want money to really have in your life. If it's a negative value, you're going to give it that meaning and that concept that money is hard to get, that money makes people bad, that it's the root of all evil, and that there's never enough of it to go around. Or you can choose to give it a different spin and a different energy. So you can assign it the energy of money is a blessing, not only for myself, but all the people that I want to bless. I am able to do things, and it's just a tool. Money is it's a vehicle that is going to take me on beautiful vacations or places with my family to experience amazing adventures.
And be able to do things for other people.
Right. So that's really abundance.
It's a tool for not just for having, but for giving also.
Yes.
And abundance is all around us in every way. Like abundance is, I truly believe that we are all have a divine right of abundance. Abundance, there's just abundance in every way.
Yeah.
So it is there. It is there for me. It's there for you. It's there for everybody. I have come to believe that with my whole heart.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And once you realize you're deserving of that abundance, I always say
one of my challenges.
Yeah, and I think we all run into that.
I'm doing
It's
good on that
hard.
journey now, though.
But I started thinking okay, the process of conception of life, of forming a human being and having a soul in your human body, right? The entire universe conspired for us to come on Earth. Like we were meant to be here. Like divinity, God, spirit, energy, whatever you associate with, desperately loved us and wanted us here, that moved heaven and earth to get us here in a human form. So that alone shows you that we are deserving of abundance. Like we were not put on earth to experience pain and limitations. Do we experience them because it is part of the human experience and learning lessons that get us to a higher level? Yes, but that's not all there is. There is not just pain and struggle and challenges. Like we are also here to experience joy and love, and on a much bigger scale than most people think they deserve, right?
Yeah. So. And every morning you can wake up and see a sunrise, and for me that's abundance. Every evening there's a sunset, that's abundance. Honestly, when it's raining and storming, I love it. The earth is this beautiful, magnificent place. We have an abundance of air. We have an abundance of water. Yeah, have we been taking care of it really well? Maybe not, but we still are. There's abundance everywhere. We have clean air. That is something to be grateful for. I mean, there was the Black Plague. The Black Plague is because they didn't have clean air, I think, if I remember my history right. But I know there was something in London where there just wasn't, because of the smog, that people got really sick. I think that's what it was. And so, clean air, we take it for granted, but it is really, we are abundant. We have beautiful gifts showing up in our life every moment of every day. We just have to see them.
Right.
I did not always could see what I didn't have. Well, now I try it,
Yeah.
It's a different perspective.
Absolutely. I thought it was the rats, not the air. Am I thinking of a different type of
maybe? Anyway,
some type of rats that
there was something in London
because
that it had that
yeah,
didn't have
that
air.
Yeah. So thinking about the overwhelming death that it brought and how we are like not living in that fear and the progress that we made in life, right? So I agree. We have so much to be thankful for. So that leads us, I think, to our first week, right? So we broke, because manifestation is such a huge topic and we could literally sit here for weeks. And
we can talk about it for a year.
Yeah, we're so passionate about it. So we decided that every week we want to give you a specific concept about manifestation that you can use and apply, and that you can do, most importantly, for just 2 to 5 minutes every single day in your life. Because let's face it, we are living a fast-paced life. we're very busy. Everyone is always saying, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that. Well, we are here to tell you that you can do these things 5 minutes a day. It doesn't require a lot. So when you wake up in the morning, you probably are in bed for 5 minutes, right? Like you don't just...
What are we calling this again?
Magic
life magic.
MagiK life.
MagiK life. Hi, welcome to MagiK life.
Yeah, this is why I keep notes here. It's new, guys. It's new. We're just rolling with it. But yeah, it's having a MagiK life. It's just something like
2 minutes to a MagiK life.
2 minutes to a MagiK life. Just even 2 minutes can change it. So
how long does it take you to change your perception?
Right. This is something, guys, that we can do when we're brushing our teeth, because we're just kind of doing something mindless, so we can focus our thoughts on something else. Walking our dogs, making breakfast, showering. Those are I call them stolen moments, that we do things on automatic, but that we can become more mindful and actually implement these tools that we'll talk about. So
can we give them a little nugget right now of something they can do? Do you have like a mudra or a saying or anything that comes to mind that would be just a little nugget to give them right now?
Honestly, let's see. She's putting me on the spot now. I didn't prepare that much. I'll tell you what I do to help me get back in the spirit of manifestation, because it's important to say that you can't manifest if you're stuck in the past or thinking about the future. Manifestation is very much a present state of mind. That's why you don't, when you do your affirmations, you don't ever say, I will be healthy, I will be at my ideal weight, I will be wealthy, I will be blah, blah, blah. It's always, I am healthy, I am in this moment, I don't know, whatever, insert here, whatever you want, right? It's I am. So one of the...
feel it. Feel it when you say it, like feel it as it is. I am, and so it is.
Yes, powerful words, because you can't think of the past limitations, you can't think of the worries of the future. So one thing I would say is, throughout the day, what I like to do is I love to just put my hands together, because I think this is like a very universal sign of invoking divinity and becoming like, this is like a union of your hands and uniting yourself with the co-creator, God, universe, spirit. And I like to tuck them against the heart center, and just to kind of focus on the connection of the fingers and the palms touching one another, and just sensing that energy right between the hands. And it's just so, I think just doing this is actually very calming, because it evokes a state of reverence. At least it does for me. There's like a reverence to your hands together. So then I like to close my eyes and just focus on the breath. So breath is hugely important. So even 2 to 5 minutes, if you can just put your hands together, if you're somewhere and you don't want to do this, and you can even put your hands, like interlace your fingers, keep them on your lap, and just focus on your breath. So your eyes can even be open, because you can do this literally anywhere, and just focus on breathing in deeply through the nose. And as you do that, the belly inflates with air and release through the mouth. And the belly retracts, so you feel the belly deflate as your belly button starts to draw back towards your spine. If you do that for just 2 to 5 minutes every day, and you're like, what does that got to do with manifestation? It has everything to do with manifestation. Because if you're manifesting from a place of frustration and anger and stress in that moment, guys, that ain't going to happen. I'll tell you right now, it is not going to happen, because the message you're sending to the universe is that, yeah, I am so wealthy, but I'm on the verge of tears and having a panic attack. Like, no, calm down, get into your body. So the breath, it's sending that signal to just calm down the nervous system. And then once you feel your heartbeat slow down, that's when you can do an affirmation that feels really good for you and align in that moment. It can be something as simple as, I am present. I am here now. I feel my hands touching each other. I smell this beautiful candle. I see my child playing. So an affirmation that brings you into the present is actually something that I totally suggest everyone does.
So do you want to know my quick trick?
Yes,
or
absolutely.
A quick trick just for reducing, like, to adjust the frame of mind real quick. Mm-hmm. If you're stressing, feeling frustrated about things not happening, what I do is I just, in my mind, quietly start naming all the things that I can be grateful for. It's just a mood changer. It's just in my lowest moments, I've had to like just sit there and go, from the time I was 0, like, thank you God for like air and parents and whatever that I had food to eat. When I was 1, I am thankful for this. When I, and I even like did like, when I really like month by month, try to just go and like see that I have been really taken care of all my life. There has been abundance showing up in my life. There has everything that I really needed has always shown up. Absolutely. And so to be in that, you cannot be angry and grateful at the same moment, So,
those two energies just don't vibe.
Yep.
So one thing to help you, maybe as a visual, something that I do and I get a kick out of this. I imagine that I have like an antenna coming out of my head. Can you imagine that?
I can.
I can.
It's purple. I see it purple.
It's purple for sure. And I look at the universe as like this huge, like, I don't know, radio maybe?
Yeah.
And what I do is I envision my little antenna popping up, and then I have like a dial in my crown chakra, and I like literally see it like rotating and going, just tuning into the same frequency of the universe. So when I try to manifest, I'm like, okay, well, what frequency and vibration do I need to be in to make this happen? And I'm like, all right, dial, do your thing. All right, antenna, let's, and to me, that's such a silly visual, but it works. It does. It's fun. It's playful. It's okay to be silly when you're manifesting.
I think that's really key. Like, through all of this, as we give you tips, as you try different things that maybe we don't even suggest, that you have fun with it, that there is no imperfect.
Right.
It is all perfect. Like, but just relax, have fun with it, and follow your inner guidance. Have discernment with this. Don't do what we say, really don't do what we say. Do what feels right for you.
Right.
But these are just, from our point of view.
Yeah, we're just kind of giving you our personal experience and view on things that have worked so well for us. These are just guidelines. The beauty of being a co-creator is that you have no limits. You have no guidelines. You can have fun with it. When you're building a sandcastle as a child, or you're making a painting or a drawing, like the fun part of that process is that you can do whatever you want with it, and you're still gonna create something. So it's the same theory with manifestation. So Kristin and I want to share with you something today about alignment, grounding, and making space for the new. So I know that you are very big on cleansing the aura and grounding and being in alignment. Do you want to share a few of your own experience and tips with that?
And I'd also add the word flow. Mm-hmm. So kind of flowing, like doing things with ease, but still being like, so for example, if you can be really relaxed but energetic as opposed to stressed and pushing. So, so being in alignment, kind of feeling like, for example, when I drive, I just kind of ask the universe, my guides, whoever wants to answer, which way should I go to work? Should I go the back way? Should I go the front way? And I just trust that that's the right way. And maybe I'm missing car accidents or whatever, or maybe I'm not. Or maybe I do end up going kind of slow, but maybe there was some road construction the other way. Who knows? But I just have fun with it. Do what feels right and go in the flow. And then I would also say that grounding, my background, through my health journey. I had to go through to alternative medicine, ended up finding out that energy healing was one of the few things that made me feel better. So I ended up taking a lot of courses in that. Huge believer in energy now and energy healing. And so I'm a logic person. Finance, technology is my background, and I am based in logic, so I need to like understand it from a logical.
As I mean, woo-woo, completely woo-woo.
That's why we get along. That's why we're good together.
When she starts talking about Excel spreadsheets and numbers, I'm like, la 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 la. My antenna's like, woo.
Love it. So just my quick thing for all you logical thinkers that are like I was, that says energy. Are you kidding me? Everything's energy. That doesn't even make sense. Mm-hmm. So think about everything at a molecular level. Everything is protons, neutrons, and electrons. Mm-hmm. And all you have to do is switch a little protons, neutrons, and all of a sudden you got a whole nother something different. And also, if you think about the sun, does it have an impact on our Earth? Does the moon have an impact on our Earth? There's energy coming, impacting it. Like I believe all the planets have an energetic impact on us, because I mean, if you look at the indisputable impact of the sun and the moon on us, I mean, the ocean waves. I mean, our moon impacts the ocean waves. So, anyways, back to being in flow and alignment. Grounding. The Earth has a resonance of frequency, and I'm very big on frequency also, and healing with frequencies. Frequency of the Earth is very natural. I'm very big on, if it's natural, it was probably designed that way for a reason. And I'm very much a geek, information. So listening to this one YouTube video talking about how our shoes have become all rubber based, and like we are not connecting to the earth like we originally were designed to. Yes. And so really connecting and getting that frequency and that energy is part of our health. It's grounding, but also from an energy healing, energy study perspective. The grounding, if it has a strong effect on the basic chakra right at the tailbone is the most important chakra for manifesting. Right. So,
I love that.
Grounding is grounding.
Yep.
But also alignment. You cannot feel good energy, high vibration energy without
being grounded first.
Without being grounded. Yeah. If you're, feeling frustrated, if you're not feeling very in alignment. Actually, I was going into alignment.
Yeah.
If you're not feeling in alignment. There was one other thing, but I forgot it. So, I know what else I was going to say. So, with manifestation, you're at a really high vibration. You're vibrating very high. I, at one point in my life, was at a very, very low vibration, and I used to try to go from here to here and then get frustrated and go back way down here. Mm-hmm. And so I just want to say, you don't, and maybe we'll bring that on the next video or one of the videos soon, is like even the vibrational pyramid. Like, have you seen that?
Yeah.
And then it's like, so you go from depressed actually to anger. So if you're moving from depressed and lethargic and to anger, then that's actually a positive step. Right. So you don't put the expectation on yourself as you're moving to a higher vibration that you're going to go from the lowest step to the highest step, because it doesn't.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit of work. So.
It does, and thank you for mentioning frequencies and realigning with the frequency of Mother Earth, which is something I talked about in our Lionsgate sound bath meditation event we had a few days ago. Part of the big reason why I became a sound healer is because frequency and vibration is so important. Everything around us vibrates. We vibrate. Every single organ in our body has a specific signature frequency and vibration. And like you said, you can manifest, you can be so wide open to higher dimensions and higher vibrations to manifest when you don't feel connected to Earth. And that's where grounding comes in. Because you can dream it, you can envision it, you can be a pro at it, but you still have to manifest it in this 3D world because we're living as human beings. So if you want to take that concept and bring it into your life on Earth, if you're not connected with Earth, if you don't feel safe on Earth, if you don't feel grounded, you don't feel like you belong here, you feel like Earth is a messed up place. Can it be a messed up place? Yes, we have a lot of work to do still. But loving Mother Earth and understanding that she loves us and that we have our birthright to be here and love it, and we have abundance everywhere we look, that's going to be the balancing and the grounding we're talking about. So like now you're like good on both levels. You know, the grounding, your living earthly world and your higher dimensional world.
And every bump makes us stronger. I mean, I am truly grateful. I feel like I've gone through a lot in my life, but it all has made me stronger in who I am today. Like without those significant challenges, I would not be as strong as I am today and as happy as I am today.
Right. So those are just lessons, right?
Yeah.
They're gifts. Lessons. They're gifts.
Little gifts.
They're little gifts. They're blessings in disguise.
They're gifts that reward later on.
Exactly. Yeah. So yes, that is absolutely important. And I want to just talk a little bit about cleansing because that's on one of our topics for today. What does it mean to you to cleanse so you can manifest? I'm curious. This means a lot of different things to different people.
So, okay, it's because of my energy healing training. Like the first thing that comes to mind of cleansing is energetically cleansing, mm-hmm. like both my aura and my body, both emotionally and physically, energy healing. But also, when I think of it more specific to manifesting, I think about relaxing, removing the stress, and tapping into just feeling like calm and joyful in every cell of my body.
Right. Just feeling like you're starting anew. And you're not bringing all that baggage of beliefs and limitations.
I guess I don't even, it's not even a thought because I'm not tapping in. I'm only tapping in, there's only the present. So that doesn't even exist. The only thing that exists is this high vibration, joy, clear, it's like anything sad, negative, whatever that has ever happened in my life is just not even related to me anymore. It was almost like it's a different lifetime, different I don't know, I don't know, that was a different person almost.
I like that.
And it's
very cool. So for me, cleansing, so you guys know I'm like a huge geek or whatever you want to call it when it comes to energy. I mean, that's what I do with sound healing and vibrational healing. I am a firm believer that we all carry past energy that gets stuck in our meridians and gets stuck in our chakras, and that if we don't cleanse it and we don't release it, it just becomes stagnant. And you can make room for better energy, higher vibrational energy, and for health and abundance if your physical and energetic body has these, I call them energy lumps, because that's how I see them when I work on people. I see and feel where in their body, in whatever area, they are carrying just it's like a lump of darkness, or it feels dense, it feels like it doesn't belong there. Sometimes it feels muddy. I know we've talked about stuff like that, like when I see mud and it's just caked up in there. And that's when I do vibrational bowls on the body. That is a huge way to break through that energy stagnation and block and, cleanse it out of your chakra systems and of your energetic field. So it's clear, for me, that's one part of cleansing, letting go of old energy. And by the way, energy stagnation or energy blocks, for me, I've noticed that it comes in a lot of different ways. Which this could be a whole topic in itself in
we might need
other
to do
videos.
a whole
But I just want to,
that.
because I get super.
Because I could talk like on that
I know,
too.
we get super excited about this
Yes.
stuff. But just so you guys know, stuck energy can come from ancestral trauma. So it's something that you didn't even do, maybe your mom didn't even do. It can come down from your lineage. Energy blocks can come from childhood trauma, things that have happened that you haven't processed yet. They can come from past life trauma. That's a whole other thing. We won't even get into it today. Also, and this is super important, guys, you can take on I call it bad juju, bad vibes, bad energy from people and situations around you. Have you ever been in a store and there is someone there that their energy just takes over you and it just feels icky, it feels bad, and you touch the cart that they touched maybe? And I know everybody's got a different belief on this. Like, a lot of people think, oh, that energy doesn't have to go, doesn't have to attach to you. And you're right, there are so many different shields and boundaries and energetic walls we can put up. But the truth of the matter is, if you're a human being living on earth and you have any type of relationship, or you talk to anybody in your life, whether it's your partner, your child, your coworker,
even if you don't talk to them, if they think they're thinking bad thoughts of you,
you will
energetically that does put out an energetic signal in the universe.
And that can actually subconsciously embed in your physical and energetic being. So
if you don't protect yourself.
Right. So, and I mean, look, even I know that, you know that, but there are times that
we're not taught that. We're not taught.
Yeah, sometimes we forget or fall back into, like, for example.
Most people don't know.
Oh, and most people don't even know that you can energetically surround yourself with a shield, right? But even now, when
children, they're sitting near a child or have a child in their class that has, if you have a sweet, empathic child and they have like a upset child in the classroom, that can directly impact other children. Yep.
Absolutely. And also if you're, even think about it scientifically when they say that when the baby's in the mother's womb, if the mother has any stress or even negative thoughts, that can affect your unborn child. So basically, long story short, cleansing is really important. Cleansing, removing whatever doesn't belong there that is blocking you from manifesting and living your best, highest vibrational life, and just putting up those energetic shields. And I want to add that manifestation, like I just said, is not you can't manifest from a place of being in the past and operating on old patterns and old beliefs. And you also can't manifest if you're stuck in the future, like, but what if this happens? What if I can't control this? Or what if that person says this, right? So you can only manifest from the present. So I just recently learned something very exciting, that you hold on to past energy by having things around you that you probably never thought about. So I'm very guilty of this, but I'm trying to turn a new leaf. If you carry old receipts in your purse, in your wallet, in your pants, guess what? That is old energy. You're done. It's done and over with. You paid that. Why are you holding on to it? Unless you need it for like some type of like taxes write-off or whatever. But if you're like me and it just goes at the bottom of my purse crumpled up, guess what? I'm hanging on to that energy for no reason. And I'm going to get really silly with this. It can be something like shoes, clothes sitting in your closet that you just don't want. You don't want to wear them. You haven't worn them in years. Why are they sitting there? Why are they sitting there? And how can you transmute that energy that no longer serves you and bless someone else? Maybe you can donate it, give it away.
And part of it is trusting, having that faith that good things are coming to you and you can let go of things, because that's part of manifesting too, being open to receive and trusting and believing it's coming to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because I'm guilty.
Yeah,
Guilty.
we all are.
If I didn't move so many times in my life, one time, in 10 years, I moved 11 times. So I purged every single time because I didn't want to move it. But if I had lived in the same 10-bedroom house, I would be the biggest hoarder if it was my whole life in one house.
Yeah, and that's just taking up energy space that you can clear up and make new for something new and beautiful.
We might need it.
Exactly.
It sounds silly, but I mean, at the time, it's oh, I mean, we've all thrown out something that we were like, oh darn, I shouldn't have done that. But you know what? You can't ever find it if you have too much stuff anyway.
I absolutely agree. And it comes down to things that you need to start being more mindful of. That stack of mail that is sitting on the counter for a week. Who's done that? I've done that. And honestly, a week, I'm lucky if it's there for a week. Sometimes it's there for a month.
Mail is not as fun as it used to be when I was little. Mail used to be fun.
Has a lot of energy. Depending on what you're getting. If it's a beautiful little postcard from a friend, oh, that's great energy. That's something you can put up and look at it every day. But let's face it, most of us get bills. Okay, pay your bills. Do what you gotta do.
Bills,
ads, and get rid of it. Shred it, file it if you have to, but don't leave it on your counter inviting that energy. Cleansing the space, decluttering. I love collecting things. I love crystals. I love candles. I love artwork. I love this and that. I have so many things I like. But then after a while, my space starts to get so filled with things that I don't have time to use or enjoy. So it's just sitting there.
And talk about how that relates back to manifesting.
So you're sending a signal to the universe that, oh, I really wanted that, but now I'm neglecting it. It's not even a part of my life.
And for me, it's stress. When I've got stuff, it creates stress. When everything is really clean and organized and there's space, I feel more aligned and I feel less stressed, and it just feels more like flow, for lack of a better explanation.
Yeah, absolutely. And I actually just interviewed a really good friend of mine, Benny, and I probably will put a link to the podcast episode. She's all about living mindfully and being present in the moment. And she talks a lot about creating a home environment that you feel really, really good and aligned with. And that doesn't mean having expensive furniture or a lot of furniture and a lot of objects and materialistic things. She actually mentions of doing the opposite, just only having what feels it has earned the right to be in your space and that it belongs there energetically. And she mentioned to me, and I thought this was really true, imagine going from having a very stressful day at work or dealing with a difficult person or whatever, and you get to come home, which is your temple, it's your sanctuary, right? Your home is your energetic temple where you feel safe and renewed. And you walk in and all you see is clutter everywhere and junk and things that have been neglected and more work. And you go from one state of low vibration to another state of low vibration. So that the two they're not good for one another. And I am not saying that you should be every single day, you need to be mopping and dusting. I'm not even talking about that concept. I'm talking about creating an environment
and feel good about doing that for yourself.
Right.
I think, what does Oprah Winfrey say? She said something like, you should come home and your home should welcome you. She says it way better, but I loved it when I heard it. It was I should walk in that door and feel great about what I see, and I should be doing it for myself. If I can really get that, it's not a task, but it's I'm doing this because it's going to feel good for me, then it's a completely different effort.
Right. And that's becoming mindful. And I'm trying to shift that, doing chores.
When you have a family, it's hard.
It is very hard.
You have a family and you're living with other people. I live with a teenager, and is he great at sharing in chores, picking up after himself?
I totally,
I wake up in the morning, everything cooked and ate. I can see exactly what happened in the kitchen while I
tracing
slept.
the steps. I love it. But yeah, you're right though.
But I love him, and at least he's not waking me up and having me fix food for him.
Right, absolutely. And I mean, also having that thought and that attitude towards it. Because look, I have 3 kids. I have a husband. I'm very like organized, and I like things to be cleaned, and sometimes that's just not under top priority. Let's just say that. And for a long time it upsets me. It gets me in a bad mood. I am really trying to make an effort to switch that to saying, okay, I can do my
like
part.
That. We're like, and I am trying to look at it from a different perspective.
Right.
Because I like, the one thing I like is to wake up in the morning and have the kitchen clean. Like when I wake up in the morning, I want it clean, and that
I'm the same way.
So
the kitchen is like the priority. But even when you are doing a chore, right? Start within yourself instead of expecting it to be such a go-to for other people. Start working with ourselves. Like when I'm washing dishes, usually we'll be like, oh God, I can't, there's all these dishes. I just want to go to bed. Maybe it's switching it to, I'm so thankful that I got to pick out this plate. I love it. So I bought this new set, and it's got like this mandala colors and swirls in it, and they have bright colors, and it makes me feel good. So I'm washing it, and I'm like, thank you universe, thank you God for allowing me to pick out high energy plates, and thank you that I got to cook a meal today because I have food,
right.
And I got to share it with my family, and just really slowing down because I have a lot of nervous energy. So I tend to do things very, very fast, and forcing myself to like, okay, this can be actually like a moment of reflection and enjoying what I'm doing right now and being present and mindful. I can do it. I hate putting clothes away. I don't have a problem doing laundry, but the whole taking it out of the dryer and folding it and putting it away, it is, I just can't deal with it. It's just icky to me. I hate it. Trying to turn that around. Like the way I fold my clothes, I take that as a moment of reflection and like, thank you, I love the smell of these clothes. Thank you. I get to wear clean clothes. And I remember when I wore that dress, it was such a fun night, or something like that. Things that might seem silly, but until you start doing them and you see how it changes.
And it goes all back to gratefulness too. Like as you're going, even when you're going and you're buying groceries, you're buying your coffee, you're buying whatever, instead of like feeling that, I'm spending money and a little bit of guilt. Thank you for for the money to be able to do this. Like there's a Ken Hoda, I think his name is, wrote a book, and he studied all the millionaires. Is it China or Japan? I think it's Japan. And really that is a technique for attracting in more money, is to continually being grateful for the money you have, the money you be able to spend, the money, and having that really beautiful energy with your money, having that alignment with your money, with your bank accounts, feeling a really great positive relationship with your money and your bank accounts, even if they're not your ideal at the moment.
Yeah, no, that's very true. And that's cleansing. When you give money, when you pay for something, instead of looking at it as I have less money, I encourage you to say, I just made room to get more money, and made this money bless this person 10 times fold. So like if someone is coming to your house and they're repairing, I don't know, a dishwasher, and you're paying $300, $400, whatever that is, instead of being, and I'm so guilty of this. This used to be my mindset. Instead of thinking, great, just $400 just flew out the door because my darn machine is not. It's so easy. We all do it. So please don't be hard on yourself, okay?
Yeah.
But maybe saying, I want to just bless this person who just came and did such hard work to fix my machine so that I can have an easier time washing my dishes. May it bless him and his family. May it bring him abundance in his life.
And the more you wish or am happy for other people to have their abundance, that is also another technique. So
a whole
on
other
the-
topic we could
yeah,
cover.
yeah. So on the door of my business, what does it say? It says, may every dollar left here,
May all who enter.
yeah,
It's
be blessed.
backwards. I can't
May
read
all
it.
who enter be blessed, and may every dollar given come back 10 times. So anybody spending money, it is my intention, my wish that the universe helps bring it back to them 10 times and tenfold.
Bless them, and you get blessed as well, and that's the real currency.
And if I have clients coming in and they're blessed and they're happier, then it's all good. No, I have the most wonderful clients. I'm very blessed, very
absolutely
blessed.
Yeah. So you guys, we are hitting our 15-minute mark because we just have so much to say, but we just wanted to do this longer video so that you can watch it whenever you can, whenever you want to, in your downtime, before bedtime, maybe first thing in the morning to just get set up for the day. This whole month is going to be about manifestation and calling in abundance. So we will be doing another video next month that will cover a different topic. But follow us on social media because we'll also be doing different lives and little, like how-tos and little tips on how you can manifest throughout your life and call in anything you want. So this has been fun.
Yeah, it's been very fun.
Right? Like for our first video, unrehearsed and everything, I think this was great. So
yeah, I think we missed a whole lot of topics like on this for the whole month, but we'll be bringing out more things throughout the month. So it's just such a huge topic.
Yeah. So thank you, Kristin, for being I feel like we're like co-hosts or something.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yay. Thank you guys for watching. We will put our social media links. We'll put all of our information in the description. Please like, share, subscribe, whatever you feel called to do so that other people can also see this video so that it has a ripple effect, so that more people find out how they can change their life with just manifestation, mindset, good intentions, and their thoughts. And I feel like if we all started doing that, we could just really make a huge difference in this world. So, but yeah. Anything else you'd like to add before we wrap this up?
We are actually going to spend a whole month on, I think, blocks, aren't we? A whole month or just a week? I don't know. I feel like
I think it's a month that we'll be talking about different limitations.
Yes. So we will go into that topic a lot more. So that's really important. We'll also be spending a month on gratitude, very important. So some of these topics will go in a much deeper dive, and really hope that you join us and that you align with it. And it's really our hope that we are providing some value. So, and we also love your comments and anything that you can include that could help other people in comments and such. Of course, we want this to be a community sharing, everybody benefiting from everybody, because that is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And if on that note, I want to say if you are in the Tampa Bay area, we're also going to be putting links to our individual website. If you are looking for more information on just taking care of your body, looking and feeling your greatest, events that you can participate in, and
emotional healing,
vibrational healing. We have all kinds of information on our website.
All natural, everything.
Yeah.
All natural.
Safe, alternative methods.
Yes.
Yeah, so do check it out. We would love to see you in this beautiful space. We do a lot of manifestation and energy work in this place, and we have some really good energy coming in and out here. So we are very, very blessed. So we would love to just welcome you here and just let you know what we do, and just help you live your best life.
And we appreciate you so much. We appreciate you so much for being here with us today.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Until next time. Bye.